Johnson Show.
Beautiful tonight, gorgeous. Nice to see you. You guys at the back, pipe down out there. Oh, thank you for coming. Oh, that's so good. It's so nice to see you. It's been so long. Oh, and you are looking wonderful tonight. Did you get a haircut? Suits you. I'm just kidding around. There's nobody here. Welcome to the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show. Yes, that's right. We are here live every second Wednesday. Live from the bunker, pretty much alone here in the bunker, 9 months, still going strong. That's right, you know, your old buddy, your old pal Richard is here to keep the mood up, to keep you entertained and engaged while you're hiding out in your bunker, wherever you are in the world. That's why internet is the new TV. It's much bigger, it's much better, and it's interactive. So I'm your host, Richard P. Dick Van Johnson. Who are you? The cool thing about a live stream is I can talk to you, you can talk to me, so tell me who you are. Drop me a little comment there and let me know who you are, if you're having a good hair day or a bad hair day. I'm always having a good hair day. Hope you are too. So welcome to the show. We've got a fantastic, explosive lineup of superstar guests for you this evening. We have, first up, a very dominant stand-up comedian from Colombia. And we also have later in the evening a very, very wonderful pinup star that sings and flings, whatever that means. We will find out. We've also got the best in bunker news. That's right, the hottest and the latest news from my bunker to yours. And we'll cover some other news out there in the world as well. We have a fine and fabulous show for you this evening, much like your fine and fabulous selves. So, just a little housekeeping before we get going. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe because I get magic powers when I get to 1,000. Every episode, I get like 30 closer. So I'm hoping for another 30 tonight. Do me a favor, click that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, click share. When you share, your friends will see that you're watching and you guys can all watch together. It's way more fun than being all alone in your bunker, all alone like you are every day. But if you do start a watch party, I won't see your comments. You have to comment on the original feed. So we have Melanie, Mel, and Enda in Ireland. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show. Top of the morning to you, or 9 p.m. I guess it is there. It's not really morning. But you know, you can start drinking in the morning too. Fee Mollenhoff, thank you, has liked this stream. If you want to really be disruptive and interrupt what I'm saying, distract me, you can like or you can donate via the link below, and then little explosions will go off in my face and I'll forget what I'm saying. Hi, Fee Mollenhoff. Thank you. Excellent. We also have James Kuhn in the house. He is wearing protection, which is really, really important out there to protect yourself from the dangers of the outside world. Good on you, James. If we got Fee from Seattle, WA. Now, I don't know if that means Seattle, Western Australia, or if WA is something in America. I should know because I'm supposedly from there, but let's say I failed geography class. Hey, Robert Foss, liking the stream. Nice to have you here, Robert. It's like a little explosion in my stomach, like I have gastro or something. Speaking of, one of our guests did have a gastro and won't be with us tonight. True story. So, in like real life news, the Moscow Zoo actually reported that Hitler's alligator has died this week. I don't know if you've been following the news, but you can check this out. I guarantee you it's 100% true. So reportedly the alligator belonged to Hitler. It's been living happily in retirement for 70 plus years in this zoo, and it died at the ripe old age of 84. Wow, that is just fantastic. Great to see it had such a happy, healthy retirement there. Now, the alligator had a very adventurous life. He Actually, this alligator lived in the Berlin Zoo. We are broadcasting live from Berlin, by the way. Oh, hi, Oscar from Italy. And, WA stands for Washington. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Sorry about that. Here, it's quite an important place there for the US. Yeah, Washington. Something important happens there. Anyway, the capital of Germany is Berlin. And here in Berlin, we have a zoo. And the alligator lived at the zoo. The zoo got exploded by bombs. This is all 100% true, by the way. Got exploded by bombs, much like you will see if you like my feed. So it would be great if someone could like the feed, so it's like dynamic with my storytelling. So this zoo got exploded with bombs. The alligator escaped in 1943. Yes, it was like escaped onto the streets of Berlin in 1943 during the war. And guess what? Nobody knows what happened to him for the next 3 years because he didn't show up again until 1945. Yeah, so this alligator was just hanging around in wartime Berlin in the cold, presumably not something they're used to. And who knows? He was chilling and eventually got found by some soldiers, given to the Soviets, transported to a zoo in Moscow, where he lived happily for the rest of his life. So, I wanted to tell you actually some facts about alligators. That was elegant, wasn't it? Elegant alligators. If you get into a fight with an alligator, there's one thing you need to know. Their jaws are really powerful when they're closing, but they're quite weak when they're opening. So what you got to do if you ever get attacked by an alligator is you should make sure that you get your arms around the jaws to prevent it from being able to munch on your arm, your leg, or God forbid, your head! What? Yeah, so that's what you want to do there. And then it won't be able to harm you no more. But I think, he's not dead, turns out. Saw it here first on the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson show. So maybe we can ask him, what was he doing in Berlin for 3 years? Just hanging around. Let's find out. Thanks. That's the zoo explosion. And when I got out of the zoo, I just thought I'd base myself in Berlin so I could work on my electro synth album. That actually never happened in the end because I got a little distracted by the club scene. I hit all the best clubs. I took a lot of ketamine. But in the end, I really found myself. And that's how I founded my first startup. Okay, I regret asking him. I've seen enough of those guys around here. We have some very esteemed guests here for you in the studio this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd actually like to welcome the first guest, a longtime collaborator of mine, of Colombian heritage, based now here in Berlin. Stand-up comedian, but also many, many other things. A dilettante of sorts. Please welcome to the stream, Liliana Velasquez.
Woo-hoo! What's happening, beautiful people?
Hello, Liliana.
I heard a whiplashing somewhere. Is that just a sound effect in my imagination?
Someone a whoop lashing?
I said a whiplashing.
It must be. Maybe somebody's been playing. Maybe someone's been playing with whips a little too much lately.
Somebody's been getting into her salsa.
Uncharacteristically shy. So I hear you got started with stand-up comedy in New York City. Is that so?
I did. I started in 2008 in New York City in September.
Wow. So you're
right?
over 10 years now.
2008 to 2020.
What was your first gig?
My first ever stage was at TSAC, which is the Times Square Art Center. It's in Times Square, so it's in the hellhole of the universe. And I performed, I think, number like 36.
What was that,
TSAC, yeah. Times Square Art Center, TSAC.
Oh, okay, got it. Sounds classy.
Oh yeah, it was super classy. It was above the peep shows.
Okay, is that where you started out?
That's right. That's right. And I did my first
What led you to get
joke
into
about
comedy in
golden
the first
showers.
place? About
Oh,
what? Can we hear your first joke?
yeah. My first joke was my golden shower joke, but it wasn't a joke then. It was just a true story that made everybody nervous. Terrible.
Oh, I could share with you my first joke. I was 4 years old. My parents have it on record. It was my very
Wow,
first joke.
you're
We
such
were
an
driving in
advanced
the
one.
car, and I know. Yeah, my parents said so as well. We were driving in the car, and there was always some stables where we drove past. So I would look out the window, always looking for horses. And
Oh,
we were
stables.
driving past. I was 4 years old, and I said, "Look, a horsey, Mama." And my mom said, "Where's the horse?" And I said, "It's in a tree." Do you get it?
I heard Staples, the store for office supplies. Like,
Okay. Stables where the horses live.
yeah, I get it now. Oh, so
Anyway,
advanced.
it was pretty
Well,
funny.
Richard,
And then look at me now.
look at you
Big
now. You're a
success.
very handsome man, Richard. I mean, all the ladies must be all over you. How do you keep them off you?
Oh, well, I am a married man, as you know, Liliana. And, I think most people in Berlin really respect the sanctity of marriage. So it doesn't come up so often here.
It's a sacred union. How long have you been married now, Richard?
Oof. It's probably about 6 years, but it feels like 60 years.
I feel like you're a very difficult man to catch, to tie down, to keep under
You,
control.
you sound like you're a bit of an expert in controlling and catching men.
I practice catch and release.
I, I see. But when you release them, do you leave a little microchip or something?
There's a little butt plug.
Oh, what was that?
Attract
Excuse me? Whoa. I I don't remember that night so well, Liliana.
I was wearing a blonde wig. I called myself Esther.
Ah, Esther the Besta. Yeah, I remember her.
She likes to fester.
And ever since I've been feeling electric. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I'm going to hand over to you to do a little bit of stand-up comedy, but first I wanted to ask you, you're quite prolific, in fact. The coronavirus has not stopped you from creating art. And I'd love to hear more about what you got on your plate right now.
We've got so much going on, actually. Well, the coronavirus, like any other world situation or tragedy, or you got to keep going. You got to keep going. So we jumped right on to live streaming with Sunday Slips every Sunday. We did Shameless Showcase recently, which is a international showcase in Leipzig, a tiny town that's really important in Germany. And this Friday coming up, we will be opening at the gallery, Retramp Gallery, where we have a show.
Wait, Tramp Gallery? They have a gallery for that stuff now?
Yeah, it's Retramp.
Ah, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
So double the amount of tramps there.
Retramp. This woman is Retramp.
I see.
Retramp. Well, this show is really special. It's very dear to my heart and to my cooch. The show is called Ooh.
Thank you for the share, Frederica.
Wow, I like that. I want that too.
Don't get jealous.
So Retramp Gallery is going to be hosting a collective of women. I think we were supposed to be 9, but we're probably about 13 witches. And we are showing Holy Cunt, which is just going to be an experience Some of it will be sensory, some of it is visual, some of it is auditory, and the gallery will be open on the weekend with very small, limited capacity. So please,
Wait a second. Did you say cunt?
I said, holy cunt.
What's this exhibition about?
This exhibition is about the sacred feminine, about the most important thing in the world, about the goddess of life, about bleeding, about living.
What is that?
It's a hoo-ha.
A hoo-ha?
A hoo-ha.
I'm not sure I'm catching your drift. I'm not sure I'm following. I'm not sure I'm on the train to understanding.
It's a vag party.
Oh, it's a vag party. Why didn't you say so?
Party.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I love me a good vag party. I'm sure my viewers love a good vag party. And I think they'll all be enthusiastic to explore a little more on that subject matter. So on that note, I'd like to invite you to have your very own vag party, if you wish, and tell us a couple of hoo-has. Is that how you say it in the comedy business? Tell us some hoo-has.
I'll take it. I'll take a hoo-ha. I'll take a hoo-ha here, and I'll take a hoo-ha there.
Okay.
Hoo-ha everywhere.
You who heard it here first, folks.
You who heard it. That's right.
Take it away, Liliana Velasquez.
Thank you so much. Oh, Richard P. Van Dyke, you don't know what you're doing to me. Yeah, I'm Liliana Velasquez. I'm a Colombian American comic that moved to Germany to date a German. Dating a German is lonelier than being single. That was a lesson I learned the hard way. It's difficult to be a Colombian American in Germany because people don't really understand that, first of all, being Colombian is already being American, as the Colombia is South America. So I'm basically an American American. I represent all of the Americas, North and South. America's a continent. Hello, people. But Germans like to pronounce Colombia, Colombia, and they're really fascinated with our narco culture and just simple things like that. So in these moments, I have to remind them that it's not Colombia, it's Colombia. It's Colombia, not K. K, where does that come from? Kolumbia? I mean, really. What I want to know is, what's the fascination with white people and the letter K? Speaking on that, they like to consider me exotic, which is always fun, as I explain to them that I'm not exotic. It's a word for minority, basically. You just call me a minority, why don't you, while you're at it. But I'm having a good time here. I'm having a good time. Corona has been making my life quite interesting. I recently started wondering why people have to answer the phone immediately. Like, why? Why do people have to answer the phone immediately? What is it about answering the phone immediately? Or thinking that because I have a cell phone, I need to answer the phone immediately. I hear my phone ring. I hear it ring. And people tell me, your phone's ringing. It's not like I can't hear it ringing. I hear it ringing. There's obviously something else I might be doing that can make that phone call wait. My friends keep telling me that they don't like that I send them voice messages, which is interesting because my attitude is much better in voice. When you can hear what I'm trying to say, you'll understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. In text messages, I sound like a cunt. And not a holy cunt, but a bleeding, angry cunt. I sound like I'm bloated and pissed off. I text message all in capital letters, and it's not because I'm trying to scream at you. It's really just because I can't see the letters otherwise. I just recently got these, ding, which make me look younger, I hope. No, they don't. That's not being denial. Oh, this is exciting. I love my background. Look, that's me. Oh, yeah, that's me. I did it right. Boom. That's what I'm going to look like again. I'm going back in time. I'm going back in time. But my first comedy set was in New York City, and at this time I was a bit upset about life in general, and I remember that I used to date this guy. I like to call him Mr. More. And Mr. More and I used to party for hours at night and tell each other dirty secrets. He was nervous that he was too old for me. He was 40 at the time, and I was in my 20s. I reminded him that he was 16 years younger than my ex. We used to do rails of cocaine off his cock. I mean, I used to do most of it because it was too hard for him to reach. Oh. One night he whispered gently into my ear, romantically, Liliana, I really like golden showers. At that moment, I realized that I was going to become the best girlfriend ever. I woke up the next morning and I went to Home Depot. You know, that place where you go shopping for things to repair your home, like Bauhaus here. And I went into the bathroom section and I was looking everywhere. So silver, copper, Amazonian rainforest, handheld. Handheld is my favorite. I love a handheld shower. Everything that you can do with a handheld shower. It's like, yes. Ooh, ooh. But I couldn't find what I was looking for. So I waited until I found somebody that worked there and I stopped them and I said, excuse me, lesbian. I mean, gender non-specific person that works here. I was very enlightened at the time. Please don't judge me. I need some help redecorating my boyfriend's bathroom. She looked at me and she said, how can I help you? I said, well, I would like to give him a golden shower. At that moment in Home Depot, I lost a little bit of my innocence. I realized that I was at the wrong place. I shouldn't have been in Home Depot. I should have been at Bed, Bath, and Beyond.
Womp, 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 womp. So, I guess you got like a princess bathroom there now with all the gold and stuff.
It's shiny, shiny, shiny bright. You need sunglasses to go in there.
Fabulous. I love a woman with a golden bathroom, I think.
How about just the golden touch?
Just the golden touch, but not the Midas touch, because then you run into problems. Now, for the folks at home, one of those jokes was about me. You know, comedians, they always make jokes about the men in their life. One of them was about me. It was the one where she said she doesn't, you know, they're complaining about all the voicemails because my Liliana, she sends me a lot of voice messages, that's for sure. And I told her to dial it down a bit, and she did not like that. Oh, no, no. Now she made a joke about me. But so as punishment, ladies and gentlemen, and as punishment, she then started sending me voice to text. So she still gets the voice bit and I get the text bit. And I got the most incomprehensible
spell check.
I got the most incomprehensible mail from her. I'm going to read it out to you.
Oh, yeah.
I shared it, but I can change it again. I found it looks like you might be, but I also find a job down to the very weird, but also kind of funny, like you're holding a puppy, like your hand, something's happening, puppet, puppet, puppet. That puppy, obviously, I'm dictating to my phone, so it's writing to you, but I'm speaking out loud, so it's a compromise between what you like and I like. I will not double check this message for errors. So,
that's me.
There you go out there.
I remember sending it.
A lesson in compromises in your relationships, right there, live on the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson
Cryptic
show.
Latino.
Yeah, it's all
Richard,
about compromise.
I like you to read between the lines, Richard.
I can't handle any more of this. I'm getting a little hot and bothered. I don't know who programmed this show, but that's enough. It's about as much as old Richard can handle.
You have a fabulous sling and slinger, sing and slinger, sling, 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 sling. You're gonna be so hot.
I hope the next guest is a little more mild-mannered, a little tamer, because I'm real hot and bothered and I need to cool down. So yeah, hopefully the next guest is quite like conservative. Fingers crossed, you know.
Liliana Velasquez M 1977 on Instagram. Love you guys. Richard P. Van Dyke, you know what I want to do.
Love you too, Liliana. Have a good evening. Well, that was intense. I think all of you at home got a little glimpse into my private life and a little glimpse into what it might be like to date a Latina woman. So you can thank me for that. We have another fabulous guest coming up for you next, Crystal Tassels. Like I said, I hope she's a little bit more conservative because I think we already passed the MA rating for this TV program. If you've just joined us, welcome. It's the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show. If you hit like, there'll be a little explosion on the screen. If you pay me money, that would be awesome because my bank account, you know, has a lot of zeros in it. But no numbers in the front, just zeros on their own. So yeah, feel free. There'll be animations like this on the screen if you want to swing me a couple of bucks. Keep my wife happy with me, and maybe she won't tell me so much. Stop wasting your time with that stupid show, Richard. Yeah. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. And feel free to share with your friends and they can watch live with you. Also, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of Liliana Velasquez. Are you a fan of vag parties? I am. I think you probably are too. Maybe it's a rhetorical question. Are you a fan of vag parties? All right, so actually I'm going to do a little competition catch. Where is the sausage? I get asked this so much, Anthony James. Well, let me tell you, you gave me a great opportunity for more self-promotion. If you haven't seen my fantastic sausage video, you should check out Ducky L'Orange on YouTube. And if you want to see more sausage videos, they're in the works, but they're very expensive to make. So please do donate to the stream or join up to my Patreon because we are working on another video, but editing does cost money, unfortunately. Okay, so we actually have up next maybe one of my most popular segments. And sorry, producer, I'm going to switch it ahead a little bit. I'm just feeling it. So actually one of my most popular segments is Bunker News. We let you know what's happening here in my bunker. So are you ready for Bunker News?
Are you ready for the bunker news?
Hey. There we go. I was just tossing the alligator out of the way. That's a little behind the scenes insight for you. So on Bunker News, also not to be confused with plant news, although plants do feature heavily, maybe exclusively in Bunker News, I have made a fantastic discovery out there, people. Are you ready for this? Yes, Roseanne Wakely. Did you think I was going to miss out on Bunker News? No. Bunker News is here for you. Okay, so my discovery is, did you know, just like a succulent, basil is rhizomatic. Yes, that means you can propagate it by chopping it off its stalk. You can even get the cheap ones from the supermarket, cut the stalks off, put them in a little glass of water like that, and they'll grow roots. And then you got a new basil plant, and you'll have basil forever. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know if this camera is like so high functioning, but I'm gonna prove that to you guys. There are the roots of my new basil plant. It really works. Well, thank me when you're eating pizza with fresh basil on it. I've been told by my producers that I should also be checking out the competition, you know, to promote my stream here. Hello, Lisa. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's a great show. I know I can spread the word just from you guys sharing and liking. But I was told I should check out the competition, you know, who's got streams at the same time as me, like who's doing well. So I checked out the competition for tonight. Like, stay with me, people, by the way. But just so as you know, the competition tonight, what else is a highly successful stream at the moment? Yes. So Elon Musk is launching a rocket, like now.
Be brought down on those,
Yes,
eventually
yeah,
getting it down low enough
This is pretty cool.
to where
I mean,
people can
not
re-enter the
quite
pad
as
area.
cool as my show.
So right now, the team
how many
is
views has he
preparing,
got?
once they get up
280,000.
SpaceX,
Okay, it's like also a bit more than me,
egress
but
technician team.
he's not as
come
handsome
back
as me. I
inside
can
the,
tell you that for sure.
area around the pad,
He's a really smart
work their way
guy,
up,
but he still gave his baby
conditions
a
are right,
really dumb
open
name.
up the hatch and
So
assist the astronauts,
nobody's
out of the Dragon.
perfect. I think we can get
I'd
rid
like
of
to point out
that. Oh, that damned albatross. Yeah, you know, since quarantine, a lot of chicks, they've been doing cam work. You know, they get a lot of views. More, gotta say, sex sells. But this chick has so many views on her cam. It's daytime, you can see, actually. It's daytime because she's from New Zealand. And she is an albatross, baby albatross. How many views she got? I can't see. Dunno. All right, well, hopefully no more than 17 because I'd get pretty jealous about that. Anyway, do you think I get in trouble for this? Can you copyright an albatross? Nah, probably not. But I mean, if anybody could, it'd be Elon Musk. So hopefully we don't get any unfortunate messages from him. Yeah. Yeah, no, that rocket ship, you know, I got a rocket ship in my pants and my wife is happy with that. And I hope you guys are happy with that too. Please don't distract them. I don't want them to go to his page. Yeah, you can watch the playback, guys. It's no big deal. It's just a space thing. Okay. So, well, I think it's time to reveal. Oh, one more thing. Sorry, I'm all over the place this evening. I'm so sorry. One more thing. So on the topic of bunker news, you can submit your own bunker news, I decided. Also, there's not so much going on at my place these days. So would be great if you got any like exciting new flowers, maybe a new leaf, something happening in your bunker that's cool, you can email me. You can email that to unsolicitedclitpics@gmail.com. That is unsolicited clit, C-L-I-T, pics, P-I-C, @gmail.com. Then I'll receive your messages. I'll pick out the best ones, and I'll be able to broadcast your news on the next episode. Yeah, so unsolicitedclitpics@gmail.com. Don't worry about the name. That was for something else. It was for something else. But that's my email address, so for real. So please email me. Thank you. Now, after that important announcement, I have a second, even more exciting announcement, if you could possibly believe that. Roseanne Wakely, I think you are going to be excited. Can you believe I have secured for this show a special guest, the special guest that wrote the theme song for Bunker News? Yes, that's right. I managed to secure her for my show. She's here in the studio right now. I would like to welcome the one, the only, the delightful Crystal Tassels. That's right. She has very big hair, bigger than mine.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen so often.
No.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, I must say you are looking absolutely wonderful. Oh. It's a pleasure to have you on here. I can't believe, when I got that Bunker News sting that one day, even just the very next week, I would have the singer here on my show. It is just sensational.
Well, you paid me a lot of money.
A lot of money. So please donate. Donate. The link is down there in the, hey, meow meow from Melanie. Oh. Hello.
Meow.
Shit the bed, Rosie Wakely says. You got a few fans out there, I see. And good job, Ferns.
Oh, I love Ferns.
Yeah. Oh, and the hair.
Oh.
From
yes.
Fee Mollenhoff.
Yes.
Wowie.
My hair's name is Rose.
Hair. How unusual.
Well, I mean, Rose was recently refurbished by my friend Fanny Hedek, who's a drag queen here in Berlin, and I think she did a beautiful job.
It looks absolutely fabulous.
Thanks.
I feel like I'm next to a younger, even more witty, even more beautiful version of Dolly Parton.
Oh, yeah, and not as curvy, unfortunately.
No, but maybe even more stylish, I would say.
Hey, thanks.
Yes, that's true.
Dolly's got style. Dolly's got style for days.
I'm a big fan of Dolly. That's why I'm saying, even more.
Well, I am also here in my loungewear, in my pajamas, because I figured like we're here in the bunker, we can't go outside. I might as well be cozy. So, of course, I'm wearing like a completely coordinated outfit.
Oh,
That's very comfortable.
completely coordinated all the way up and all the way down. Oh, there we go. The camera operator wants to see a little more of that.
Oh, camera
Wow.
operator.
There we go.
The best part about these pants is that it's okay. So it's quilted up here and it's quilted on the bottom.
Oh, wow.
Alazzos.
That is attention to detail. I think we have some more fans. Sushi Fanico says that they love you. And you have a #1 trash boy out there in the audience. We might be hearing more about trash boys very soon.
I love trash boys.
Well, first I would like to know what got you started on your journey to love of trash boys. Like, how did you start out in show business originally?
Originally, I mean, how far back are we talking here, Richard?
As far back as like maybe the day that your mom had a veg party. Pardon the phrase.
Well, yeah, back to the veg party days. I see. Well, I was a dancer, of course, in high school. I did color guard, which for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, what is a color guard? It sounds kind of gay, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
gay?
perfect for
All right.
It's perfect for a queer like me.
I see.
Yeah, color guard is dancing that happens next to a marching band. So it's basically like the nerdiest kind of dancing you can do. So you're the marching band, and I pretend I have a big, long, like 2 meters long flagpole, and I'm like, ooh, ah, la la, spin, whatever, and you fling it around. And it's actually quite challenging because the thing...
Swing and fling.
Well, that was the original. You're right. I never even put that together. The original swing and fling. And of course, what Richard is referencing here is the sing and fling, which is my burlesque specialty, which is when you sing live at the same time as you
And what do you fling?
fling away your clothing.
You fling away your clothing?
Yeah.
Wow, then I am not going to get that PG rating. Whew.
We're not doing that tonight. I'm in my pajamas.
Okay, good.
It's my off night. I'm
'Cause,
not working.
You
It's
know,
fine.
Facebook and YouTube, they're very PG. You know, show your butt on one of these programs and you could get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Is that true?
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Oh,
But that's another story.
oh, right. That's where the sausage is.
Yeah, that's where the sausage went, exactly. Now, I was researching color guard a little because I never heard of such a thing. I heard it was invented by a lady called Peggy Twigg. Now, that sounds like a...
I think we should be friends.
What kind of self-respecting artist would use a fake name? You know, you wouldn't catch me, Richard P. Dick Van Johnson, doing that. And I also found an archival image of you
Oh, God.
doing color guard.
No.
Yes, that's right. Just like Days of Our Lives. Here it is.
That's true.
There it is.
That was me.
Yeah, just replace her with the picture of the cute little young version.
Oh.
I mean, she's still cute, but yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the same. My hair's a little bigger. But to be fair, in that photo, it was pouring rain.
Ah.
So this is an activity that you do rain or shine. So it was completely freezing cold, pouring rain, and we still had to do our whole thing.
Your
and
whole,
the
like
band
this
plays,
thing,
and
kinda.
you dance, and you have these like very specific like patterns you have to make on the field, and then the judges watch how you form different shapes and
Shapes, huh?
like formations of people on the field. And our band had like 120 people
Wow.
in it, so it was a lot of humans to coordinate.
Wow.
And that was my first time getting into like a flow state on stage, where you're like really in a groove.
Yeah, like
and
a moist, kind of flowing, liquidy state. Yeah.
that's a different kind
Yeah,
of
that's
flow.
how I
But
feel
it was
sometimes.
raining that day, so
Hmm.
you know, maybe. Anyway, what I'm referring to is when you get like super into something and you really feel it and you feel really like energized by it.
Gotcha.
That was my first like performance moment, was on a football field with a bunch of band nerds. I'm also a band nerd. I played the bassoon.
You
for
played the bassoon? That sounds like a euphemism.
It is.
Again.
And it's also true.
Okay. I'll have to get you on with your bassoon next time. Now, you know, that's a really fascinating origin story, but most people, when they go on this journey and they get their first professional gig, you know, it's usually like something small in a bar or with friends.
That was much later.
Did you follow this curve? What was your first professional gig?
My first burlesque gig was, I was living in Seoul, South Korea, and we had that I believe was called OI in the Hongdae neighborhood, which is like the university party area. And the owner of the club did not understand anything about burlesque, and so he thought that in order to make the ambiance more romantic and sexy, that he should turn the lights off while we were performing. And so we had, like, you know, gotten obviously dressed very beautifully and like worked on our costumes, and of course with burlesque it's dancing and stripping at the same time as you're telling a story, kind of with your movements and with your body and with the song. And so if you can't see anything, you're basically just listening to music. So it was not ideal. We did work out with the bar owner, like exactly how we wanted it to go for the next time, but that was my first gig.
Maybe the bar owner got a little nervous with all the activities and just couldn't take it and just flicked the switch. God forbid that would happen on this show.
I mean, that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, around every 20 minutes, the stills camera we record on goes off, so that would be unfortunate.
Oops.
And then fast forward a few months, and you're performing for like 2,000 people on a big stage in Korea.
Yeah, that's true. That was, I think, my last performance in Korea. Just a few months later, we performed. I was in a troupe called the Frills and Thrills Burlesque Review, which some of the people who are in that troupe are now performing with a troupe called White Lies Burlesque Review, still today in Seoul, and they're producing festivals and stuff. But yeah, we did a festival in Incheon, which is where the airport is, near Seoul, outdoors, for 2,500 people. And at first they were very confused, and then they understood.
Yeah.
The children left, the audience, you know.
It was like that from my first time as well. You know, there's a first for everyone.
There's a first for everyone. And that was a long time ago. That was almost 10 years ago now.
Okay, so you've been in the business of singing and flinging for almost 10 years there.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
All right, well, I know that you guys at home are gagging for a little bit of fling. I'll see what I can do for you. But what I can guarantee is a little bit of a sing. That's right. We've prepared a couple of songs for y'all. And even I, Richard P. Dick Van Johnson, have been roped into doing a little backing vocals.
It's true.
So please excuse me, I'm a little rusty. You know, I don't sing a lot, but I'll just do some exercises. That's how it goes, right?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, let me try again.
Actually, one time I did learn a vocal warm-up where I was accused of being a hummingbird, because basically what you do is you like and you go all the way up the scale doing that arpeggio.
Okay, arpeggio, let me try it.
You did it!
Yeah, great.
That was great!
Okay, so I'm feeling warm. Let's take it away.
All right, what should we do first?
Oh, good question.
Well, I think I'd like to start, if you don't mind, with a song that's very dear to my heart called Sauce Queen.
Sauce Queen.
Yeah, Sauce Queen is inspired by a good friend of mine named Olga, who really, really likes sauce. And she's from Sweden. And in Sweden, you pronounce the word sauce as sauce.
Sauce.
And it's spelled S-A with a little dot diacritic on top. Yeah, press the sauce knap. Robert knows, because he's Swedish.
Uh-huh.
The sauce knap is the sauce button.
Woohoo. That sounds saucy.
The sauce knap. Yeah.
Okay, so you wrote a whole song about sauce, but
Sauce.
mostly about its pronunciation.
Sauce. Anything that gives me an excuse to say the word sauce is worth it.
Okay, well, your excuse is right here, right now.
Hooray!
If ever you had an excuse, it's when you're broadcasting live to thousands of people, probably, on the internet.
Or like 8.
Or 16.
16 is great. That's twice as many as I guessed.
Excellent. And actually, this is the world. Just before we start, sorry, I know we're going on and on. This is the world premiere. This has never been performed live before. So this is actually the debut of this song. Hit it, Mr. Music.
Oh, I heard it and then it went away.
Yeah, almost.
Standing by.
Okay, actually, I wanted songs, and they're both kind of confusing thematically.
Oh.
And one is about the pronunciation of sauce. The other is about a thing called a trash boy. Now, what on earth is that? I see we already have some fans out there hoping that we sing Trash Boys. Well, this is the lead-in, so yes, we will.
Yeah. Well, a trash boy, you know, really, it started out as an inside joke with me and my partner, Nick Vu, who's on this, he's in the stream right now. I saw him commenting before. Hey. Yeah, he's my #1 trash boy because he's really trashy. No, it's not true. A trash boy is just a silly code word that we made up for a boy who is thoughtful, considerate, slutty, and has a sense of humor.
Oh, just like me.
Sure, Richard.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a sense of humor, that's true.
Absolutely.
But you're not slutty. You're a married man.
Oh, yeah, but you know you can be slutty within a marriage.
Sure, that's true.
You know, we do a lot of role-playing.
Like what?
Oh, like, for example, my wife said to me the other day, Richard, I'd love to try some scenes. They call it this, you know, scenes in role-playing. And she said she was really into humiliation kind of stuff. And that's how I got into doing comedy.
Good. Did she consent to that, Richard?
She did, but none of the audience did. So welcome to my non-consensual sexual fetish play. Haha, you're all involved now.
Ugh.
Okay, let's take it away with the song.
Sauce. I hear it. Richard, let's get some takeout. I want something with a lot of sauce. Take me to Sauce Town, take me for a ride. I got that sauce you like. Let me sauce you down, give me that saucy slather from all that sauce you gather. I'm a sauce queen, hotter than you ever seen. I feel your power force, you're the source of my sauce, 'cause I'm a sauce queen. Sauce queen, you are a sauce queen. Let me be your sauce queen. I'm a sauce queen. You can be my ace of sauce. You can be my king of sauce. Will you be my sauceman on the side? Sauceman on the side.
Let's see what the sauce has to say about this.
Yeah, good idea.
What's that sauce? No, I would never do that.
Let me be your sauce queen. Will you are a sauce queen? Let me be your sauce queen. I'm a sauce queen. You can be my ace of sauce. I can be your king of sauce. Will you be my sauceman on the side? Sauceman on the side. Let's take a sauce bath. Make me feel alive. Jump on your sauce and fly. Let me sauce you down, mixing our sauce together in any kind of weather. I'm a sauce queen, hotter than you ever seen. I feel your power force, you're the sauce. I'm a sauce queen, sauce queen. You're a sauce queen. Let me be your sauce queen. I'm a sauce queen. You can be my ace of sauce. Will you be my king of sauce? Will you be my sauceman on the side? Sauceman on the side. Sauce queen. You know I'm a sauce queen. Let me be your sauce queen. I'm a sauce queen. I can be your ace of sauce. You can be my king of sauce. Let me be my sauceman on the side. Sauceman on the side.
Is hummus a sauce?
Oh.
I think it's too solid.
Maybe.
Well, we can't hear you, but a round of applause for Crystal Tassels, singer and author of that wonderful song about sauce. I guess we're all thinking a little bit more about sauce these days in our minds and in our hearts.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, we were just mentioning trash boys. It's kind of an ideal, a masculine ideal for you, if that would be the correct thing to say.
Yeah.
And you've also written a song to explain the concept.
Yes, Trash Boys is a song that's very dear to my heart.
Okay. I believe it also appears in a fabulous show called The Pussy Power Protest.
I love that show. It's basically a vag party.
It's a vag party of the highest order.
Yeah.
Once shows are allowed again, you should check it out. It'll certainly be restaged somewhere in Berlin and most likely elsewhere in Europe. And it has this wonderful song, Trash Boys, which explains to you, if you're out there and you're feminine, perhaps you are looking for something, but you didn't know what it was, and it's a trash boy. Maybe you're non-binary, you also love trash boys. You're also masculine, you also love trash boys. Trash boys are for everyone.
Trash Boys are for everyone.
So, without further ado, we would like to elaborate a little bit more on the concept of trash boys.
Hit it, producer. What's a trash boy?
What?
Don't be rash, boy. Wait and I'll explain.
Please do.
A trash boy is the kind of boy I'd like to entertain.
Like in the bedroom?
Trash boy is a thoughtful, considerate, slutty boy. What would a trash boy do?
What?
He would stand up for you.
Oh, yeah.
And if you ask him to,
What?
What?
he'd do you too.
Yeah.
This is the song of absolute sluttiness. Cause you respect me, I know you can handle this. This is the song of absolute sluttiness. Cause you respect me, I know you can handle this. Hey there, trash boy, hey. Get messy in the nicest way. Hey there, trash boy, hey. Let's get messy in the nicest way. No fuck boys out of luck.
Okay.
Well, shut up and then you'll see.
See what?
Good listeners, get down to business, communicate with me.
Like by email?
If you want my snail trail, better send some snail mail.
Chicks love mail.
Yeah, we do. We love mail.
Okay.
Are you reading a letter right now, Richard?
I'll never ghost on you. I'm gonna see this through. Cause I'm a trash boy, baby. And I'll never be trash to you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, Richard. This is the song of absolute sluttiness. Cause you respect me, I know you can handle this. This is the song of absolute sluttiness. Cause you respect me, I know you can handle this. Hey there, trash boy, hey. Let's get nasty in the nicest way. Hey there, trash boy, hey. Let's get nasty in the nicest way. Hey, trash boy, come on over. He's a trash boy. What a treasure. He's a trash boy. What a pleasure. He's a trash boy. What a treasure.
Oh,
Yeah, we did it. I love that song. Wow.
wowee.
Wow. So all you trash boys out there, you keep doing your thing. Being thoughtful, considerate, and slutty. and have enough of a sense of humor to let other people call you trash.
I will certainly be happy for anybody to call me trash after this. Thank you, Crystal Tassels. Crystal Tassels.
Wow.
Well, this has been quite a show. Thank you for joining us here live in the studio. You're our very first live guest now that the restrictions have eased up a little. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you elsewhere on the interweb. Have you got anything coming up?
Actually, on Friday this week, I am booked in Berlin and in Seattle, Washington. I've never been booked the same day on 2 different continents before, but I'm pretty excited about it. So I'll be joining Holy Cunt with my good friend Liliana Velasquez.
Yeah,
opening this Friday. Yeah, at Retramp Gallery and also on the internet. And then I will be live streaming as part of La Petite Mort's anthology of erotic esoterica.
Sounds morbid.
Yeah.
It's all about death, huh?
Well, not exactly. La Petite Mort has...
It's just a little bit of death,
yeah,
right?
just a little bit of death. She's kind of edgy. It's a fun show. But I'll be actually debuting another original song for the very first time ever.
Wow.
On that show. And it's happening... So they're live streaming at 9 p.m. Seattle time. So the show doesn't even start until 5 a.m. Berlin time.
Okay, you better set your alarms,
Set
folks.
your alarms. I will be up early.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. It's been such a pleasure. All the best to you. You've set off a new awakening inside of me.
Oh.
I'll be thinking a lot about trash and a lot about sauce.
Sauce.
If you'd like to go out, you can take the stairs or the elevator.
Okay.
You choose.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, she took the stairs because she's fit and healthy. Well, that was quite a show. For staying on board, maybe the craziest, maybe the sexiest, maybe the wildest Richard P. Dick Van Johnson's show yet. I always say this, but it just keeps on getting wilder, and it keeps on getting a little bit weirder, and meow to that. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a fun journey. Oh, it finally got too much for me. I turned out the lights because I couldn't bear it anymore, like the Burlesque Club guy. I was like, it's too much. Let's turn off the lights. All right. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. When I get to 1,000, I get a present from YouTube or something, and I'm really close. I'm just 69. I'm 69 away. Well, that's pretty auspicious. Maybe you shouldn't subscribe, and I can just stay on 69. Nah. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. We'll be here also next in 2 more weeks. With another wonderful show for you on a Wednesday. And if you enjoyed the show, please do donate. And the link is right there to donate. It's as easy as pie. You can also sign up for your Patreon if you love me even more. That is patreon.com/DuckyLarange. Well, I'm gonna go have a little private time. And I think you guys should too. So it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to Liliana Velasquez. Thank you to Crystal Tassels. And I've been your host, Richard P. Dick Van Johnson. See you next time.